most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Short, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to show you a step-by-step how to use a simple TENS unit for pain relief. This is really good for chronic pain relief.
Right.
Now there's a lot of TENS units out there and we're going to talk about this in just a minute. If you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, join us on our website, bobandbrad.com, because we're always giving something away. And what a coincidence, we're giving away a TENS unit today.
There you
and
go.
iReliev TENS, a couple TENS units, maybe 3 even.
Excellent.
At least 2 for sure. But you can also find it on Facebook, Bob and Brad. It'll be pinned to the top of the page. Giveaway section down here. That's where you find it on Bob and Brad.
Right.
I don't know if I said that. If you want a short version of us, go to Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. We got 60 seconds of Bob and Brad a day. So what I was alluding to, Brad, is there is a lot of TENS units out there now.
Right.
And we've been sent a lot of them.
Sure.
And, they all seem to work pretty well. But with a lot of them, the instructions are terrible. Some of them just virtually have no instructions.
Yeah, and you really need to understand how to work them so that you have good success with them.
Right, because there's a little bit to know, and that's why we're going to take the time to show one of the TENS units we like. But this TENS unit, well, let's talk about first, what is TENS? Because there's people out there that don't know what it is.
TENS, what does that, it's an acronym, right?
Right, transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. Some people say neuromuscular stimulation.
It's easier to say TENS.
It's easier to say TENS. It's great for chronic pain. It's hopefully, if you use the TENS unit, the idea is you're going to be able to use less pain medication.
Right.
And it's going to make it easier for you to get through the day. And hopefully, as I think we're going to show in the other video, is it'll help you start moving,
Right, because once you get movement, pain also decreases, and the goal is to eliminate the need for pain medication if possible.
Right. So this works on kind of 2 theories. One is the gate theory. The gate theory is that the electrical stimulation actually blocks the pain signal from reaching your brain.
Right.
So, normally if I take a hammer and hit Brad's thumb, it would send a signal up to his brain that ow, that hurts.
Yes.
Stop it.
So we're going to interrupt that channel. And it gets pretty technical. This is pretty a broad way to think about it, but it's fine for us.
The other thing is it supposedly stimulates our natural endorphins.
Right.
So it's interesting. We had that pain expert on the other day, and he said, I can't remember exact the amount, but after running like 7 miles, it's the equivalent of taking a certain amount of morphine.
Right.
Yeah. Really, so the body can create a high amount of natural endorphins.
Right, for pain control.
So, all right, it doesn't work on everyone. TENS units. Wouldn't you say that, Brad?
Right. But the people that work with them really
like them.
Have good success.
Yeah. And they're certainly a lot safer than opioids.
Right.
That's
exactly.
For sure. So we're going to show you how to use the 8080 iReliev. We're going to show it in a close-up in a little bit. It's a simple, I like it because it's rechargeable. It's got a clip-on that you can clip onto your belt. It's small. It's very powerful. And it comes included in the packet. It's got, first off, it's got, Brad, you put all this away.
Well, Bob, I'm trying to be neat.
We want to show everything.
All right.
But it's got a really nice booklet, and that's this right here. And this will go over a lot of the things like, first, the precautions and contraindications. You can also find those online.
Right. In other words, who shouldn't be using it.
And who shouldn't be using it, right? Like if you're pregnant, you don't want to put it over the fetus.
Right.
You don't want to put it over your eyes. You don't want to put it over the neck.
If you have a pacemaker.
Right. So you can look those up online at iReliev.
Sure.
If you're, but anyway, so it's got a booklet that really explains it well.
Right. And it's not real long, if you notice.
No, it's not.
They've condensed it down, and then they have another one, how to use it, and they've condensed it down even further.
Right, that's like a cheat sheet kind of thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you're going to get the unit. You're going to get 4 of these smaller electrodes.
2 of them are on my arm.
Yeah. You get 2 larger electrodes like this. So like those are going to work out well for like a larger surface, like your back or your knee. That's where we're going to try it on your quadricep, right, Brad? It comes with 2 sets of leads This goes from the unit, and then it splits and goes to the 2 pads. So what's nice about these pads, by the way, they're self-sticking and they're already all ready to go. Brad and I remember the days when you had to tape them on and you had to use a separate gel with them.
You don't have to bring up that age thing.
Yeah,
Bob.
I know.
It's been a while since
it's been a long time
since that time.
All right. It's got a little carrying case too. But so anyway, this all works out really well. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to prepare the skin. So you want to do some soap and water. Brad and I were both surprised. You're not supposed to use alcohol to clean the skin.
Rubbing alcohol, yeah.
Rubbing alcohol.
Get some of the natural oils of the body up. But yeah, so soap and water. Make sure it's very dry before you apply it.
If it's a hairy surface, you may have to shave it.
Yep.
I mean, because it's going to be a little more difficult to go through the hair.
And it's not very comfortable to take them off either.
Right, right. So we're going to go ahead and do a close-up now of the unit itself, and so to show you how to use it.
Sure.
As you might notice with this unit, it's actually a Tens EMS. Now, that's electrical muscle stimulator. Now, there's our cases where you may want to use that too, but today we're just talking about the Tens unit as an application. So the first thing you're going to do, there's an on button and an off button. I'm going to go ahead and push the on button for 3 seconds, and then it pops on, and you can see the lighted screen then. Now, in order to select Tens or EMS, you see the Tens right there? If I push mode, that starts flashing. Now if I go, if I go, I did it, screwed up. Hold on. Tens, okay, Tens flashing. Now if I push either the plus or the minus, it'll toggle over to the EMS. See that, how I'm toggling back and forth just by pushing the plus or the minus. So once I decided I'm on Tens, I can just push mode and it'll stick there. Now we're on, it says P6. They have 8 programs, and we're going to talk about these once we get it hooked up. But I can go toggle up or down and hit which program I want from 1 to 6 or 1 to 8. You decide which one you like after you've tried them. So I'm going to start with 1. Now this is how many minutes you want it set for. This is the highest it'll go, 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. And so I hit mode again, and now it's all locked in. Now I'm going to push channel 1, because I'll go to channel 1. Now Brad's going to hook up the lead to channel 1. Again, so the lead, you can do both channels at once if you want. But I'm going to start with just channel 1. You can see the lead leads over to, can you pan over, Mike? And you can see the pads there that he's got them all set up there. So if you want to come back over here, Mike, so I'm going to push mode again just so you can see. I'm going to have to go all the way through once you push mode. I just wanted to light up the screen. I push channel 1, and that'll make sure that I'm designated to channel 1. And I'll either up or down to choose the intensity. So you can see it goes 1, 2, 3. I'm going to leave it right there. Brad, do you feel that?
I feel a slight tingling, and it's very comfortable right now, and I can just barely feel it.
Now, what I want to warn you is that each of these programs is a little different, and some of these you'll go up to, I wouldn't go any higher than 2 or 3 to start, and then let it sit for a little while, because some of them ramp up slowly. And so if you put it at like a 5 right away, it's going to ramp up, and all of a sudden you're going, oh my gosh, that's too high. Once the flashing stops, it's locked in. I can't lower it either. So in order to lower it, you can either hit the off button and on button at the same time with both fingers, with 2 fingers, or another way is just to hit channel 2 and then go back to channel 1 again. Now it's flashing again.
Then you can adjust.
Then you can adjust again. So now I can go down or I can go up. So, Brad, you feel that?
Yep. A little stronger, but
all right.
Fine.
Let's skip to another one now. I'm going to go ahead, go back to mode, and I'm going to Tens unit again. Now I'm going to P1. I'm going to go to P2. P2. We'll keep that. I'm hitting mode again. Now we got 59 minutes. That's fine. All right, I'm going to go back to channel 1, and I'm going to hit this one. Now you tell me how this one feels, Brad.
Okay, I can
now
feel
look
it.
that. See what it's doing on that one? That's more of a steady pulsating one.
Right. The other one was a higher frequency. It felt like a buzz. As you can see, this is like a tick, tick, tick.
Do you want to take it up a little bit higher, Brad, and just show
Sure.
what happens when we get it up real high?
So, and this is what I have to do with my patients. I let them do the adjustments
Yes.
so that they feel in control. And I'm going to go up to the point now.
Now we got a little bit, yeah, just so you can see what's happening there.
We've got motor contraction going on here from the TENS unit, and typically we don't want this for pain management. So, but we're showing you so that you can visually see when it's turning on and off. I would move these electrodes or use a different mode so that we wouldn't get such a.
And those electrodes are probably, oh, they can be that far apart. You want to make sure they're at least probably an inch or two apart,
right?
When you're using them. All right, let's go to 3, Brad. Let's see what this is kind of fun. There's different ways to torture you. There's 3, and I'm hitting mode again to go all the way through channel 1. Brad, do you want to take it up?
Sure. So we're on 1 right now.
Yep. Now this is again. Don't go above 3, Brad. That's 2. Go to 3 now. Yep. Tell me what you're feeling, because this one's a little more intense, isn't it?
Well, it's a higher frequency, that's for sure. But I can feel it. I would probably like right there. You can
see. Look what his hand is doing. That he's not doing that. The machine is doing that.
So that's making my wrist flexors engage and turn on. I can fight it this way. It's not uncomfortable. I'm not in any pain whatsoever, but I can definitely feel it.
It's more steady, but it's more intense too, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to go channel 2 back to channel 1 again. That way I can lower it, but I'm also going to hit mode. And I'm going, TENS is flashing again. We want to keep TENS. And now I'm going to go to P4. Hit mode, go into time, hit mode, and now channel 1. And I'm going to go up to 3 again. Now this is channel mode number 4. This is one I notice, like every 5 seconds it gets a little more intense.
Yep.
So it's kind of lowers down for a while, right?
It's low now, and then it goes up.
Yeah.
And now it went down. Now you might be wondering, well, how am I supposed to know which program to go on for my situation?
Exactly.
So the answer?
The answer is you're going to have to try it. Because there's some guidelines, but for high TENS, low TENS. But in this case, it really is a matter of what you find comfortable and what works.
And I think sometimes you might find like maybe P1 works good, but after using it for a week or two, your body adapts to that. And then you need to change to a different mode and it can be effective again. Otherwise, your body adapts. So you need to change it for that reason.
Okay, so P5, I'm just going to give you a little breakdown of each one.
Okay.
P5 is steady, intense, with a slight increase, and decrease. P7 or P6 is got frequent segments, frequent kind of pulsating.
Yep.
P7 was a slow ramp up and a slow ramp down.
Mm-hmm.
And then P8 was 4 seconds kind of intense, then 4 seconds off. Let's do that one just real quick to do one more. So channel 1, I'm going to go to mode. I'm hitting mode and the TENS flashes. Now I'll go back to mode and now P4. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're on 8, 56. All right, channel 1, 1, 2, 3. So again, this is 4 seconds kind of intense and then 4 seconds off. Oh, see what I mean?
Now it's intense. Now it's off. And it's very clear. You can see by the muscle contraction. Whoa.
See, this is why I tell you not to go above 2 or 3, because that was a little surprising to you, wasn't it?
Again, it's not painful. I mean, we probably could make it painful if we went up in intensity, but that's why you really need to work with this and practice with it a little bit so you're comfortable with it, and it works out real well.
Well, the interesting again about, I'm afraid someone puts this on and they go up to 6 or 7, not knowing that
when they're in the low.
When they're on the low, and then all of a sudden it ramps up and like, oh, and then they try to turn it down and it doesn't turn down. So again, to turn it down, you can either hit both on and off together, or you hit channel 2 and then go back to channel 1, and then you can lower it back down. So again, you can set channel 1, that'll lock in place, and then you can hook up channel 2 and do the same thing that you just did
Right.
and put it in a different location, or however it works best for you.
Right. There's other more advanced things where you can put both channels near
Oh,
each
right,
other.
crossing,
Yeah.
right.
But that's, like I said, more advanced. And
They have very good pictures in the booklet too of where to put the electrodes.
Mhm.
So you know, it's all there. This is, I think, it'll give you a good starter,
Yep.
so that you know what's going on. So thanks for watching.